Hello, everybody. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the weekly twin astrology forecast for the week ahead. We do have a very intense week once again as we are detoxing filters and perceptions. I do feel a lot of karma clearing as we kind of are presented with that choice, ego love versus soul love. So today we have Jupiter square the North Node, and then tomorrow Jupiter enters back into Pisces in the 6th house of Aquarius at 24 degrees 15. So I feel a lot of healing energy coming forward this week. On December 29th, we do have a big day. 29 is a very karmic number, also breaking down to master number 11. We do have on the 29th the Sun square Chiron, Mercury conjunct Venus that day, as well as Mars sextile Saturn. I'm just looking at my chicken scratch here. So the 29th is going to be a very big day, I feel, for many on the twin flame journey. On the 30th, we have another conjunction between Mercury and Pluto. And then the Sun trine Uranus on the 1st, as well as Mercury trine the North Node. And then we close off the week on the 2nd with Mercury entering into Aquarius and that new moon in Capricorn at 12 degrees 19. So there's a lot of Capricorn energy coming through this week. We do have a Capricorn stellium in the energies this week. So I feel as we enter into the week with Pluto conjunct Venus retrograde, there's a lot of powerful energy coming through with the cosmic alignment. So I kind of feel karma is a big theme this week, guys. So it's about love and relationships first and foremost, especially with Venus in retrograde. I kind of feel there's going to be a powerful shift when it comes to clearing past baggage, especially when it comes to drawing in that true divine counterpart. So I think many of us are seeking that true love connection, and I kind of feel the energy is going to be quite intense as many from the past are going to want to come forward to make amends where we have hurt people. Capricorn is kind of demanding accountability, integrity, and to clean slate. So I feel get ready for people to kind of reach out this week, seeking that forgiveness from you if they have hurt you, wanting your understanding. There's this energy of needing to make things right between you and somebody that has hurt you on some kind of level. So that needs to be cleared in order to release this old 3D paradigm reality. So I feel get ready for wounds to come to the surface, especially when it comes to broken relationships from the past in order to level up into that higher state, into that next chapter that we've been striving towards. So I feel many of us are being encouraged to connect to our higher self if we are feeling very stuck and troubled at this time, because I know as I was scrolling through Facebook over the last couple days, there's a lot of tower energy coming through. There's a lot of things crumbling as we're kind of getting into all of this Capricorn energy in order for us to become wiser, to become more confident and stronger, and to, you know, approach life from that positive higher perspective. So I think many of the divine feminines in the collective are finally coming into that deep knowing of what it is that we deserve, knowing our value, knowing our worth, and not going to be willing to settle for anything less than something that is going to be in complete alignment with our energy, with our vibration. So Spirit says it's time for you to embrace opening the doorway to new love connections and to attract that true harmony within a soulmate union. So I feel we're all being pushed to find that inner wholeness, to value ourselves, because people can only value us as much as we place value on ourselves. So in order to attract that higher state of love, we must first become that higher state of love in order to attract mutual respect in our relationship. So I feel a positive dynamic shift this week when it comes to relationships. And maybe you might need to reach out to somebody. Maybe there's somebody that could benefit from your apology as well this week, because it is this battle this week, I feel, between unconditional love and conditional love. So I kind of feel get ready for this old energy of separation to kind of dissipate this week for the twins. And whatever's been keeping you stuck, get ready for that to be brought to your full attention, full force this week, especially with that Capricorn stellium. So I think many of us have been working on the healing journey for several years, especially in 2021. And we're, rounding out the closing of this year, getting ready to enter into 2022, which breaks down to a 6 year, which is all about the lovers, making that unexpected choice in love, calling in those divine union energies in order to have equal give and take within relationships. So I feel if you've not been feeling comfortable around others, that means you're not comfortable being by yourself. So what are you needing to experience when it comes to going deep into these childhood issues, these core wounds, in order to deal with that and heal it and clear it once and for all? Because if there's still issues coming to the surface, it means that you haven't quite found that core pattern or that core wound from childhood. And let's be honest, healing is messy. It's a spiral of events over and over again. You think you've healed from something, and then a trigger will spiral you back down to understand that at a deeper level, at a new profound knowledge. So I kind of feel blocks are needing to be processed. Healing is never an overnight process, is kind of what I feel. So when you find that core block, that's when you can actually begin the healing process. So we are shifting towards a better world, new earth energies, and I feel a lot is going to be tangible in the physical reality as we come into that whole alignment of self. And it is about embracing your own uniqueness, your own talents, without any fear of judgment from others. So when your heart is whole and healed, you won't feel that tugging. You're going to be confident in who you are, and you can exude harmony and kindness with everybody that you encounter without expecting anything back in return. And that's what unconditional love is all about, giving without any expectations. And above all, when we come into alignment and are able to give without expectations, that is when we are able to draw that divine counterpart union closer from that place of true love and unfiltered devotion, is I feel what's going to be coming up this week. Tuesday and the rest of the week, we have Mercury joining Venus in retrograde and Pluto. So this is a highly intense time when it comes to drudging up these deep hurts from the past, shadow wounds from the past, and it's time to give these wounds a voice. We cannot keep them pushed down, bottled down. It needs to be expressed, and that is a big part of the healing journey, getting it out of your system. So I kind of say journaling is going to be imperative this week as you step into this energy work of clearing all of this past baggage, these shadow voices in our head of telling us we're not good enough, we have nothing to give somebody. So I think get ready for a lot of purging. If you don't purge it through a creative outlet, I do think people are going to be verbally purging, and it's going to create a lot of chaos and conflict and altercations with others in your life if you are kind of projecting and deflecting all of these underlying hurts and wounds onto others. So, sit with that. Who has hurt you in the past? Whether it's a family member or a loved one, I think you might be surprised at who's going to be reaching out this week in order to seek that resolution, whether it's a father figure, a family member, a past love, your divine counterpart, because I feel this lack of accountability is kind of coming out like full force for people to have to make amends for those that they have hurt in the past. And I feel you are always encouraged to, have that warmth, that open understanding, and to be willing to listen, because we're bridging all of this energy, shifting out of the Gemini North Node into the Taurus North Node. And so I think we're kind of all being pushed to prioritize our goals. Taurus is all about grounded, hard work, doing the work. And I feel with Ceres, the asteroid Ceres in retrograde, aspecting the North Node, it really is time to handle all of this past baggage once and for all. So I do feel many are getting drawn down into those low feelings of not feeling worthy, poor self-worth energy coming up to the surface, which is going to create a lot of challenges if you don't own and understand your own emotions when it comes to these wounds that are kind of being triggered to the surface this week. So all of this is put in place for the universe to guide us to release these blocks, because while the blocks are still there, we can't call in that healthy relationship that many of us are striving towards. So I feel many of us are going to have the potential to have our dreams come true with all of this Capricorn energy, because it is about 3D love shifting is kind of what I'm feeling for the week ahead. So massive, massive amounts of Capricorn energy coming through. Mercury, Pluto, Venus. Okay, so it's going to be very powerful because soul love relationships are in focus. So there's going to be major, major shifts happening within the Twin Flame Collective in relation to our physical 3D reality, especially regarding love. So the energy is ripe, it's prime in order for us to create the outer experiences that we truly desire. So what is your thought processing bringing forward? And I just saw 11:11 on the timer. So we are entering this mass global awakening as well the further we get into the new year. New crystalline grids are being activated this week as we kind of shift our own personal foundation of self from the inside out. So our reality is preparing to shift is what I feel. And like I always say, as within, so without. So if you're experiencing chaos and conflict all around you, that's a clear indicator there's something inside of you creating an internal conflict that is needing to be addressed when it comes to these emotional blockages, okay? So all of us are definitely fully capable of manifesting union, togetherness, unity, and consciously working towards grounding these angelic realms in the 3D reality. So with Jupiter re-entering into Pisces, Pisces is that high priestess energy. It's all about the dreamlike possibilities, grounding them into our human realm. So I feel get ready for awakening when it comes to love, when it comes to the heart, because I feel the energy is kind of pushing us to move beyond the collective baggage, the collective heaviness. And I think get ready for massive shifts within the Twin Flame Collective over the next several months when it comes to increasing our spiritual awareness, when it comes to embracing unity consciousness, Christ consciousness, stepping into compassion, I think is going to be a key theme as we step into the year of the lovers. So I think get ready for heightened emotional body sensitivity this week, to have those new spiritual experiences as the veil is kind of lifted, because Jupiter is all about expansion and Pisces is all about the higher realities. So I feel a lot of expansion coming through with Jupiter entering Pisces. This energy is asking us to embrace astral travel, I feel, and it's amplifying this spiritual seeking energy, both within and without. So we are kind of required now to apply the wisdom that we've learned and to release any restraints about putting our message out there. So get ready for a lot of imbalances to be triggered as well as Jupiter enters into Pisces, because the shadow side of Jupiter and Pisces can turn into escapism through addictive behaviors, numbing. It could be a very dogmatic energy if you are not open to receiving this energy shift when it comes to our approaches to spirituality. And I feel we're never ever here to push our views on anybody else who's not ready. So we cannot go into this energy of spiritual bypassing or avoidance, I feel. It really is time to take responsibility, to come to a place of understanding, equality, in order to restore connections on our spiritual path moving forward. So when it comes to preparing for 2022, on December 31st and January 1st, I feel there's a lot of energy coming through that is going to reform us when it comes to manifesting love, stability, solid foundations. And with the year beginning with Venus in retrograde, with that Capricorn stellium, with Pluto and Mercury, get ready for major, major year-end shifts when it comes to relationships. There's going to be a lot of death and rebirth processing happening as new Akashic information is downloaded into the collective, especially with this Mercury energy coming through. So get ready for reunion energy. Many of us are going to be reuniting with past loves over the next little bit in order to trigger us entering into that deeper relationship of self, in order for us to heal our inner wounds and to restore our sense of creative passion moving forward. So I think get ready to be reignited, reinvigorated, because this really is the ideal time for a brand new beginning in love. But I feel we do have to release all of these toxins, these negative patterns from the past. They have to be dealt with once and for all. So we're all being pushed to no longer repress our emotions, to no longer repress these wounds, these fears, but to deal with them and face them head on once and for all in order to really be open up to love and to further a connection with the divine counterpart union is kind of what I'm feeling. So I do feel over the next week or so, we're going to have an increased awareness when it comes to awakenings, when it comes to people awakening for the first time. And we're kind of going back all the way back to, say, 2011. So, you know, what recurring theme were you dealing with about 10 years ago now? I think that's coming up to be addressed once and for all. So I kind of feel we're kind of stepping into, you know, the twins honoring that seal, that God seal that we were given on our third eye when we were born. And I feel over the next coming year, awakening is set to happen at a massive global level here. Large scale awakenings are coming through, whether this is an inner awakening or an outer awakening. But this is going to happen in our individual lives as well as collective. So I feel there's going to be a lot more widespread information when it comes to spiritual awareness, relying on our own intuitive hits, our own spiritual, intellectual energy. And I feel many are kind of gravitating towards their own spirituality at this time, embracing their own energetic tools, tapping into their own personal divine source of creativity, and stepping into self-improvement as a whole in order to bring balance back into society. So I kind of feel with Juno also in Capricorn at this time, it is really highlighting soulmate relationships, twin flame relationships. That's going to be the main focus in 2022, the year of the lovers. So I feel if you've not met your counterpart yet, you could be crossing paths with them very soon. I feel get ready for your counterpart to return if you've been in separation, because all of this energy is asking us to change how we see ourselves, to release any distorted perceptions when it comes to our program belief patterns from childhood, to recognize what these blocks are and to understand that we are capable of embracing unconditional love and shifting our self-perception. So I think we're releasing all kinds of old memories over the next week that have been caused by wounds from other people's limited beliefs, such as your parents or your teachers or the government. And I feel as Saturn is kind of moving through Aquarius this whole next year, there's going to be a lot of third eye activations in order for us to anchor in these new earth energies. So, you know, spirituality isn't just going to be an out there thing. It's going to become a big part of our inner foundation if we are willing to work with Saturn's challenges and take responsibility for our lives. So I think get ready for encounters and reunions over the next little while as our inner belief systems are shifting and we're releasing all of these distorted filters of perception of self as we go through this purification and this recalibration energy in order to, you know, manifest a new human cultural idea for society moving forward that includes divine truth, love, and unity consciousness. So our whole reality, I think, is shifting over the next couple weeks, and we need to be willing to say yes to big love, yes to purging all of these childhood wounds, and saying yes to a state of alignment when it comes to releasing this baggage, this fear. So I think get ready for a week of challenges, to be honest. I don't think it's going to be smooth sailing this week. I think it's going to involve a lot of deep inner shadow work, and a lot of rigorous self-honesty is coming through. So when we speak our truth and we're willing to work through these cosmic energies openly and honestly, profound life change can take place, and it can break us open into a completely new state of being and reinvigorate our passion for life again. So I feel heightened energy for the twin flame connection, a lot of telepathic energy coming back through for the twins, first time meetings and deepening of past relationships that are coming back together. Get ready for major awakenings over the next 12 months. So I did want to talk about the Capricorn New Moon a little bit, with Mercury also entering into Aquarius. I feel this is going to trigger this deep hunger for knowledge, for new ideals, and for all of us to kind of think outside of the box. Aquarius is that water bearer energy, so get ready for purging. Aquarius is also very progressive when it comes to free radical thinking and you know, objective as well, is kind of what I'm feeling. So it's about stepping outside of that program belief box that you've been put in. It's about spreading awareness when it comes to some new thought patterns. I think the energy can be somewhat fragmented in the mind space as many step into liberation. So with the new moon in Capricorn, this does mark the beginning of a brand new cycle. It is the first new moon of the new year, and I feel it is closing out that Sagittarius Gemini cycle. So I kind of feel with this alignment of the moon, this is going to be a time where we are asked to focus on our personal constructive traits. Capricorn is the goat. Capricorn is very tenacious, kind of like Taurus. Capricorn is resourceful, disciplined, wise, ambitious, prudent. Capricorn is like that workhorse energy. They're practical, and Capricorn is encouraging us to attain those long-term goals, to work on developing our personal and spiritual maturity. You know, use common sense, people, is another big thing. We are kind of preparing for the future. It's about making those solid, committed partnerships, recognizing our responsibilities within the community, and nurturing our dreams in order to bring that into our physical reality. So I feel this potent Capricorn energy coming through this week, which is going to offer us the chance to create something serious in our lives moving forward, to manifest some solid plans, some solid goals, and it really is going to set the stage for many of us to reap the rewards of our hard work from this new beginning that is commencing. So I feel we're gonna feel this Capricorn energy of learning some very harsh lessons over the next several weeks, as we are kind of embracing all of this chaos and conflict in order for us to release the negativity and to set those goals for ourselves moving forward, to really focus on what's going to matter to us the most. So I feel a lot of harmonizing energy when it comes to this lunation, because it is harmonized with Uranus. So I feel strong intuition coming through for the week ahead. This feeling of, oh my God, I'm finally making progress, if you've been feeling really stuck. So, and I do feel healthy relationship and changes when it comes to those toxic relationships. So I do feel the cardinal signs are going to be most affected this week with these energies: Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So if you have Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, or Ascending, I think get ready to feel this energy shift, quite intense for the week ahead. So we're going to pull some cards and dig a little bit deeper. We'll pull into the Divine Masculine as well as the Feminine, and we'll see what other messages need to come through when it comes to the cards for the week ahead. If you have not yet, do feel free to hit that subscribe button below to join the channel. But let's jump right in, guys, and we're going to start off with the Spiritual Journey Oracle deck, Volume 1 and 2, mixed together. We're going to see what needs to come through for the Divine Masculine Collective for the week ahead, what energies are coming through for the Divine Masculine. We get detachment. So I do feel a lot of the masculines have been struggling over the holidays, I feel, in order to release that grip of their ego, in order to subtract their ego from any agendas. I do feel major pivot point is taking place for many of the masculines, in order for them to go into this deeply embedded trauma, to face their deepest fears, their hurts, yeah, because there's a lot of wounding coming up for the masculines. I do feel there's been a lot of relationship breakdowns, a lot of challenges when it comes to those toxic relationship dynamics over the holidays. And I kind of feel this is without a doubt stemming around that past life karma that is needing to be addressed. So I feel a lot of karmic soul agreements are coming to an explosive ending over the next couple weeks, as we're stepping into that deep soul connection with somebody. So I feel a lot of evolution coming through for many of the masculines in the collective, because they're at this pivot point, this fork in the road, where they're going to need to make a very important decision. Ego love versus soul love. And I feel whatever decision they make is going to have a substantial impact on their journey moving forward, because I feel they are feeling completely detached from the divine feminine at this time. It is feeling very, very empty in their energy. I feel they know that there is a higher power at work, and I kind of feel they do have this tight grip on the divine feminine, knowing that, you know, she's slipping out of their hands. And there's this energy of surrender coming through as the masculine goes through a period of recovery. So yeah, I do feel a lot of upheaval for many of the divine masculines over the holidays, over the last few days. And I feel deep healing is taking place as they've, you know, triggered all of this deeply embedded trauma. I think there's been a lot of upheaval in order for the masculine to kind of take a step back and listen to his ancestors. I also feel this awakening energy really has opened up the masculine to his own psychic capabilities of, you know, sight, hearing, and sensing intuitively. And I kind of feel this renewed compassion for this divine union. Patience is going to be key, I feel, as the masculine kind of overcomes this upheaval, this roadblock, and, you know, comes into a greater understanding of, you know, how to seek a solution for all of these issues surfacing. And I feel the masculine is getting kind of ready to redefine his future and to kind of step into shining his light, stepping into his soul's purpose over the next week or so. And I do feel the divine feminine's healing light really is assisting the masculine to come out of this very dark, desolate energy. I feel the masculine is feeling very alone, lacking peace in their life. And I feel accountability is going to be needed in order for that loneliness to dissipate. So we will see what needs to come through on the divine feminine side for the week ahead when it comes to these energies. I feel many of the feminines are, you know, over that chasing energy. And when I say chasing, that energetic pull, I feel many of us are feeling completely whole and balanced on our own. And that energetic pull really has dissipated. So I feel the purging and cleansing. I know myself, I've been purging and cleansing the house like crazy the last couple days. So what do you need to get rid of that's been keeping you stuck in stagnant divine feminine? Whether it's physical items in your home, relationships that are needing to go, because there's something connected to you that I feel is causing a lot of stagnancy. And you're needing to recognize what negative people still need to be purged from your life. Are you still playing into some lower ego behaviors? And if you are, what is needing to be purged? Because I think the energy is quite intensifying. And there is without a doubt something coming back to the surface that needs to be addressed. So I do feel get ready to receive a message from your divine counterpart this week, because they're seeking that healing light from you, divine feminine. And I think you are getting ready to walk through the doorway of that new life. I feel many of the feminines have cleared their karma, have really found other like-minded souls to contribute to this rejuvenation within the divine feminine's life. And I feel, yeah, twin soul energy is coming through loud and clear, because we are here to bring that high vibration love into the world. So I feel the masculines without a doubt are struggling, feeling very alone, feeling very isolated in order to go through this deep healing process that the feminine has gone through when she first awakened. And now the scales are kind of flipping and being balanced in the energies. So let's see what needs to come through with the wisdom of the Avalon Oracle cards. I grabbed several different decks today, hoping to bring some fresh new energies into the readings, but we'll pull on the masculine side. So there's that shift in perception taking place, that transformation, the butterfly. So I feel profound life change is taking place in the masculine's life, because I feel a deep understanding and awareness when it comes to what loyalty, sincerity, and unconditional love really means. Because, you know, the masculine was not loyal in the past. And I feel the masculine is really trying to trust in his own intuition at this time as he goes through this shift in perception and he goes through this transformation. I feel the masculine's kind of feeling like lost in the woods, really needing to trust in the path unknown coming forward. But I do feel in the silence, peace will prevail, and the masculine is getting ready to take creative action and to restore some optimism. But without a doubt, that death energy, that ego death is coming through, because I feel that Kundalini activation, the serpent. So I kind of feel the masculines have been stung by the karmic in order to embrace this Kundalini energy, this serpent energy, this deep spiritual knowledge and healing wisdom. So yeah, I do feel the masculine's gone through a major tower, a major disruption over the holidays, and they're kind of in this recovery. So, you know, the divine feminine's embracing independence, healthy boundaries, which is in turn bringing forward a lot of grounded communication in the energy. So stay focused on the type of partnership that it is you are trying to manifest, divine feminine, and get ready for some communication. And there's that purging and that cleansing again. Cleaning house, release any emotional baggage and release any clutter in your life, because whatever's been restricting you, the time is now to take back authority of your life is kind of what I'm feeling, divine feminine. So we'll see what needs to come through with the wisdom of the hidden realms by Colette Baron-Reid. We'll pull into the masculine's energy first. On the masculine side, what do we need to be aware of? The spiral dancer. So another energy of shifting perception. So this is really beautiful energy coming through this week. 5 major changes, major shifts when it comes to the route that the masculine is needing to take moving forward, and shift in perception because he is closing out a cycle. I feel learning to utilize his own personal discernment, and there's a lot of clear vision coming through, and the masculine, I feel, is kind of fine detailing the energies before taking that creative action, because there's going to be, without a doubt, a paradigm shift in the energies this week. So patience and stillness is going to be of utmost importance as we work through this grounded energy this week. Divine feminine, on your side, we do get divine guidance and higher knowing. There's a 3 energy here, that union of mind, body, and soul. So trust in the whispers of spirit. Trust in that divine guidance, because you are receiving accurate information from God, and you are kind of just encouraged to celebrate life. I do feel you are stepping into abundance, creating massive changes. So pay attention to the synchronicities in and around you, the signs, the synchronicities, because there's a lot of cause and effect taking place this week. And if you've been treated unfairly, divine feminine, get ready for that balance to be restored, because you are stepping into owning your divine intelligence. And I feel stepping into complete enlightenment. There is going to be a celebration, because I do feel communication is coming. So let's pull with some chakra cards. I'm curious to see the energies on the divine masculine's heart. Gossip. I feel the masculine's surrounded by a lot of gossip when it comes to this huge disruption. And yeah, there's that guilt. So there's a lot of guilt coming up. I feel the masculine fears gossip. I think the masculine is trying to embrace a sense of impartiality when it comes to this gossip. And I feel through the guilt, there's going to be a heart discovery. I think the masculine knows the time is now to seek that forgiveness. and to act on instinct. So yeah, definitely going through a period of soul recovery, sifting through some mental confusion, some mental illusions, embracing a sense of impasse is what I'm feeling. So I feel the feminine really holds the key to this recovery process. I kind of feel spirit's been swirling around the masculine, really getting him to understand the error of his ways, to take that accountability. And I do feel a lot of gossip, without a doubt. I feel the third party energy really has created a lot of gossip surrounding the masculine, and we get one card on the feminine side. Passion being renewed. Get ready for a miracle, divine feminine, because you're laser focused, and that soulmate union is coming in. So I think release any underlying grief about any past betrayals, because we are manifesting loyal, committed partnerships moving into 2022. So we will get a couple of sacred activation messages for the collective. We're going to dig into the masculine first. What sacred activations are coming through for the feminine now? Emergence, beautiful, romantic love. I can't make this shit up, guys. Okay. Synergy on the bottom of the deck. So I kind of feel that the energy really is allowing acceptance when it comes to this past energy. Embracing spiritual sight is what I'm feeling. And union energy, without a doubt. Working together, thinking together, relating together. Compassion is coming through. And we are all encouraged to embrace this unfamiliar territory as we step into, this exciting new co-creative adventure with spirit. So I feel we're preparing to give birth to that new reality. When it comes to sacred activations on the divine masculine's end, we do get consciousness and integration. So there is a lot of higher consciousness awareness coming through for the divine masculine, supporting his ability to focus his attention on what is right. So I feel a lot of multi-dimensional aspects coming through that are showing up in the masculine's reality that is supporting this integration of all of these light code energies in order for the masculine to fully embrace every facet of self. I feel Merkaba activations and a lot of perceptions as the masculine is stepping out of that negativity into a more positive vibration, shifting his perception and harmonizing these energies when it comes to this union. And on the divine feminine side, we do get emergence with romantic love. So I feel the feminine really is emerging from that cocooned energy, really spreading her wings, stepping into this childlike innocence once again. I feel this wonder being restored in the feminine's life, as all of this beauty is unfolding from the inside out, which is in turn drawing in that romantic partnership. So the energy really is supporting the divine feminine's journey to wholeness, to completeness, and which is in turn going to be reflected in her outer world by calling in a conscious lover, is kind of what I'm feeling. So let's dig in with some tarot. Pardon me. And I will pull a couple last oracle messages at the end. So I got a new deck over the holidays, guys, and it is the Labyrinth Tarot. So we're going to check it out today. We're going to use it for the divine masculine's energy. We'll see what needs to come through for the divine masculine when it comes to the energies for the week ahead, the main energies surrounding the masculine. So we get the Two of Wands and the Ten of Cups. So he's at that crossroads, the proverbial fork in the road, needing to make a decision. Oh, Jesus. And then we get the King of Junk with the Fate reversed, which is the death energy. So I feel there's so much resistance when it comes to releasing the material world. That is the King of Pentacles. So I feel this hoarding energy when it comes to the material aspects. And many of us have to lose it all in order to shed the lower world, the material world, when it comes to manifesting this ultimate fulfillment. So I feel this power struggle taking place for the masculine. And I also feel the masculine wanting to return from the past and to revive this connection that's been dead and gone. Oh, more cups, a lot of cups coming through on the masculine side. So we get the 7 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. So I feel there's a lot of confusion surrounding the masculine when it comes to this missed opportunity. I also feel, you know, the divine masculine feels the feminine likely has many suitors, many options at this time. And there is that energy of him needing to come forward and face that final judgment call. I feel without a doubt awakening in the energies when it comes to this death, this rebirth. And I feel releasing any material aspects that really have caused a lot of junk, a lot of clutter in the masculine's life. So it is that proverbial judgment day energy coming through for the masculine. And there we got it. We got the Emperor in reverse. So, you know, releasing the lower ego. I feel the masculine, looking at this card, I have to laugh. You know, he's holding a bottle. So I feel like acting like a big man child, a big man baby. And it really is time for the masculine to take responsibility. And if you look on the card, he's holding this ball and it says Toby. So that might mean something to some of you. I know when it comes to my catalyst, his dog was Toby. So how interesting is that? But I kind of feel, you know, there's a need for the masculine to stop being codependent when it comes to others babying him, mothering him. There is a need for balance. So I kind of feel with the 6 of Junk or the 6 of Pentacles, there is without a doubt a karmic rebalancing as the feminine kind of rises and emerges from the shadows. It in turn creates the flip of the script, and the scales need to be balanced. So I feel huge ego death taking place for the masculine because of all of the regret, the remorse, the guilt when it comes to this missed opportunity. That is too many, but we're going to take these two. Oh my God. All right. The last 2 cards out for the divine masculine is the Tower and the Ace of Cups reverse. So huge emotional breakdown. I feel a paradigm shift internally, which will be reflected in the outer world with this upheaval that's taking place, because this is without a doubt a hard karmic reset. The Fool reversed. The masculine, you know, was very foolish in not honoring this higher connection. And there's some karmic repercussions taking place in the energies this week because the masculine's world is crumbling. You know, for that lack of reciprocity, I feel a huge heart chakra opening in order for the masculine to come forward with that message. The Page of Wands, the Page of Poles. So I do feel the false contracts are over. We do have the 2 of Cups reversed, and we do have the 10 of Wands, releasing that burden. The time is now for karmic justice, and I feel the masculine's having to deal with many, many hands getting their hands in his pot, seeking that resolution from him. So I do feel walking away from everything that's been emotionally dissatisfying, and closing out this karmic cycle once and for all. So I feel like the masculine's in this labyrinth of needing to make peace with everybody that he's hurt as he releases and consciously releases this burden with the false soulmate connection. So I'm going to use the Muse Tarot for the divine feminine today. We'll see what energies need to come through for the feminine. 9 of Inspiration, that would be the 9 of Wands. So going into that core wound, utilizing that core wound for your source of creative inspiration. The pain has to go somewhere. Why not turn it into art, right? So I feel taking those desired active steps towards manifesting your own foundation. The 3 of Wands, I feel as you kind of step into your self-empowerment, it creates this domino effect. And I do feel stepping into wish fulfillment, you're taking that first step forward into having all of your wishes granted is kind of what I'm feeling with the genie bottle on the card. And then we also get the Queen of Materials with the 7 of Voices. So do not get up in your head. Do not self-sabotage this brand new beginning, divine feminine, because you are solid, you are grounded. Be leery of those trying to manipulate you, to kind of distort your views, because you know what's true on your heart. And you are stepping into a brand new abundant beginning with the Ace of Materials, the 9 of Materials, which equals that 10. So there you are, strong, independent. You got your shit together. You've likely built a business for yourself. And you're emotionally satisfied with where you're at in life right now, I feel. So you're getting a tower too, is kind of what I'm feeling. Because I kind of feel the masculine is coming back for that reconciliation. He's, you know, I feel he's deeply missing you. So I kind of feel get ready for a lightning turn of events, because somebody is manifesting, working on this connection with you, Divine Feminine. We have the Empress. So I feel get ready to be in your emotions over the next little while as somebody manifests coming forward with that emotional stability for you. I do feel stepping into birthing that brand new life, coming out of that disappointment when it comes to any past relationships that have failed. And there is without a doubt going to be a crumbling of some belief patterns in your life to this week, Divine Feminine. So a lot of mirroring energies taking place. So let's see what major arcanas need to come through for the twins for the week ahead. Strength. So I feel personal power being restored, using your own assertiveness with exuding that benevolent kindness behind that as well. So I feel compassion is what is going to be needed in order to restore forgiveness. And I feel many of us are coming into realizing that we are much more stronger than we ever imagined. And then we get the Hermit. So there is going to be a need to kind of go into that peaceful meditation to quiet the mind. So seek some solitude as you are encouraged to find your inner light this week in order to seek out some balance when it comes to this new self-discovery, because we are stepping into brand new abundant beginnings. I do feel many of the feminines are coming into that windfall of abundance as we are in this grounded Capricorn energy. And I do feel the masculine is needing to seek that wise counsel from you, Divine Feminine. And I think, you know, lucrative new career opportunities if we are willing to do the work. And maybe somebody here is going to be buying a new home or moving homes coming up very soon, because the time is now for justice, equilibrium to be restored. Impartiality is going to be in focus for the week ahead. And we all need to start standing up for what it is that we believe in, is kind of what I'm feeling. So try to see both sides of the situation in order to restore a sense of compassion. But I do feel integrity really is coming through in the energies this week in order to embrace this new emotional experience that we've been striving towards. So I think get ready for a new romantic partner to come along over the next little while. And this is likely part of your awakening journey when it comes to your own psychic abilities and honoring your own spiritual wisdom and your own spiritual insights. So we're going to see what needs to come through with the numerology deck. Changes, big changes on the horizon without a doubt. So we are manifesting compassionate relationships moving forward. We are rounding this karmic completion and stepping into this rebirth energy, renewal. So get ready. We've manifested this change, and we are stepping into compassionate, new, loving relationships. So what's holding you back? Because it's time to follow your dreams, guys. It's really time to go after what it is that you want and to put in the effort to manifest that abundance in your life. So we're going to close off the reading with the Dragon Oracle deck today. We'll see what other energies need to come through from the dragons when it comes to the twins for the week ahead. I think get ready for your world to be rocked this week, as the energy really is encouraging us to rise above these lower earthly matters, to purge the lower 3D world. So we do have the rose pink dragon coming through today. So this really is preparing us for that divine heart connection, that divine union, and opening up the activation to the cosmic heart gateway, the higher heart activation. So open up your heart to these channels of love. I feel a lot of diamond light activation coming through the collective as we kind of connect to our own inner awareness of the love of all, the love of the universe, and We also have the green gold dragon from Sirius. So Isis energy coming through. So I feel a lot of us, we're at that pivotal point where we're needing to bring this spiritual wisdom down through our own gateway, our own pathway, and to use technology for the betterment of humanity. So I feel many of us are transmitters of this sacred knowledge, and I feel this energy really is catalyzing all of us to embody this Christ light, Christ code activations in order to manifest that higher love and to expand our heart chakra and to fully remain in that fifth dimensional protected energy as we embody this Christ light all around us. And then, oh, I thought that was a dragon card. It's not. And then we do have the air dragon. So air to me is truth, rising above these earthly matters. The time is now to communicate honestly, to get rigorously honest with yourself in order to restore some inspiration and hope in our lives. So I feel seeing life from that higher perspective, and the energy really is helping us to remember our past lifetime during the golden Atlantis time. So a lot of remembrance, a lot of awakening when it comes to these Atlantean codes. And we are all here to bring back that Atlantean knowledge, to bring back our spiritual gifts, our spiritual talents, and to reclaim self-mastery. So I think we are being protected in these massive times of change. There's going to be a rapid transition and transformation. So you are going to need to relax. You are going to know that you are safe. You got to know that you are safe as you go through this rapid transformation, accelerated, the fucking, the quickening, whatever you want to call it, because transcendental love is trying to come in for many of us, and we need to be open to this love and to this enlightenment and this purification of our heart. So get ready to transmute a lot of lower grade energies this week in order to step into the power of divine love and divine unions. And that's kind of what I got for a message for the week ahead, guys. If you would like to book a personal reading, please feel free to check out the description box below. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.